What's up, guys? J-Tons Excavation Outdoors. We're back working on the tractor like last time. You saw I got the rockers all put back together. So today we're gonna get it on the tractor and get it ready to run again pretty much. I'm just put it in this bag. I'm gonna get it out of here. This is what we did last time, the rockers. And gotta put it on the tractor today. So set guys up and let's see if we can do it. Let's see. I gotta line all these keepers up so they go on there nice and straight. There's two of them. Perfect. There it is. Got it on there nice on every rail. You just got to make sure these are in all the rods. And then let's see. I think this needs to be sat down more, but let's see. Got to get it on there straight. I got a makeshift holder there. Well, that didn't work the first time. Let's see here. This rod's out for some reason. There it goes. Sat down. It should go on. Perfect. Get some nuts for this. All it takes is 4 on there. And on these ones, you want to tighten the inside 2 first and then the outside 2. So we'll get these run on there. And then on these, one side has a bevel. You see that? And this side's flat. You put the bevel towards the engine or the rocker. We'll get this spun down. Let me see here. Yeah, see that? There we go, that's better. Get this one hand tight before we start tightening the rest. Let's see. These ones here are 9/16. So we use a wrench. It's too deep for a socket. You want to run these down somewhat evenly, or they're all not gonna set right. So you get these inside 2 set pretty tight. And then you run these outside 2 down. See how much? You get these outside 2 tight. them nice and tight so they don't move. Then go back to your middle two, make sure they're still tight. Perfect. Now you can see all those right there are set down on that plate, so they're not going to move, and they're all tight on there, which is the way you want it. It's good. And after you put them on, let's see. Then you put this oil thing, and it's got a nut on the end of it. You stick it in that hole in your rocker, and then onto this nut right here. I don't know. This right here is where it connects, and it goes in a little hole right there in the top. Once you get that straight on there, you can run this down. Get this tight so it gets oil into it. This nut here is it's a 7/16. You just want to get this one a little more than hand tight. You don't want it too tight. Go probably about right there. Be perfect. And next, we got this cover piece. Clean it off real quick. Spray some brake clean on it. Let me see if you guys. Just spray this down, brake clean, clean it off. Perfect. It's clean now. And this will go on this way. You gotta make sure it all goes on straight at one time. Well, it might go this way actually. No, I knew it went on this side. You just get it. And then once we get that started, we'll run that down with some more nuts. If I can find them. Here they are. Once again, these have a flat and a beveled side. You want to be careful of. Whoops. I done forgot I need to move the camera. And after we get these tightened up, I gotta go find the gasket for the cover, and then we'll move on to the next piece. Let me go find this valve, or the, what's it called? The head gasket. That's important, need it. So we'll go find that, and then I'll come back and I'll put the head cover on. Well, I got the head gasket for it. I'm about to put it on. Here's the head cover. That'll go next. Let's see. Yeah, see that? This just sits around there quite like that. It's a little bit. And this goes on here. Under the head studs. it goes. You just want to make sure the gasket's in there like it's supposed to be. It's sticking out a little bit, but got the gasket set. And then, let's see, there's one. These all get washers on them. This, let's see. Yeah, that's right. Just had it the wrong way. And then a nut on top of each one of these. When you get these tightened on here, these are real important. You draw them down equally, or the head gasket, it'll be mashed weird, different spots, so it won't go on right. And that's important because you don't want a messed up head gasket. There it is. This one goes right there. So like I did on the rockers, I draw down these middle two. And then we'll do the outside ones. So the head gasket gets fully gasketed on there. No leaks. Because you don't want that after you finish. It's the worst. These two right here. Let me get a ratchet instead of this. It'll be easier. It's 9/16, 9/16 ratchet. Recorder. Ain't right, 9/16. And then draw these middle two down. And then you just hand tighten these outside ones for now until we get these middle ones tight. Those are good. Just run these outside two down real quick. Then we'll get this one. Tighten this one. All these are good. Drawn down about the same. So then after that, put our oil cover on this. Make sure that's set on there good. And then we'll move on to putting the starter back on. And what else? This hydraulic, it's like a, I don't know what to call it. It's just like a, sends it out to the back, the hydraulics. It's like a splitter, I guess you can call it. So I'm about to go find the starter, and then I'll show you how to put that on next. Well, the hydraulic piece I was looking for, I think I left it at home, so I'm about to have to go run home and grab that. It goes right here on this piece, and then it sends it through here to all the hydraulics back there. I got the starter right there ready to go in. It goes back up in this hole right there, but I forgot some pieces at home, so I'll have to run home and come right back and finish this up. We're going to get started with the starter so we don't have to hand crank it. Let's see. Can you get in my bag and get me a flathead and a small wrench? Yeah. Probably. Or a socket, I meant. Here's the sockets right here. All I need is a flathead. Give me a, what is that, 5/16? Let me try that. It might be the next one down, I don't know. Give me that stubby socket. It's not a 5/16.
It also is.
Well, then it's in the wrong spot. Alright, I'll take it, let me have it. You probably put it back wrong. No, one bigger. Give me that one. 3/8. I need a wrench to get on there. There it is. You'll tighten this sleeve down on the back of it. See, I need a wrench. Do I have a 3/8 wrench right here? Yeah. Let me have it. It might be out, or it's this one. Is this it? Yeah. 3/8. Gotta tighten this up. Make sure it don't move. Perfect right there. And then we'll take this whole piece. I'll slide it in here. Let's see. Might have to rotate it just a hair. Take that off for a second. Oh shit. Need that. One of them bolts fall out. Whoops. Just get the gears to fit. And then slide this housing on. Why is it not going in all the way? Alright. Let's see here. Why is this not going in right? Let me see here. Look in there. There's a flathead. Let's see, you gotta get past that gear. Teeth lining up. Might have to. We go on the front and do the hand crank until this lines up.
Yeah.
Here. Let's see here. Once that hand crank lines up, it'll spin. It'll go in here. You know what you're doing? Cranking it. I know which way. Just anyway. You gotta push it in. Spinning it. All right, hold up. Let me try something else. I gotta get the gear rotated around on this. Be set, and then we take this, slide it over this here. And it's still not right. All right, well, let me figure this out for a minute. I'll get back when it's in. We're going to get started with the starter, so we don't have to hand crank it. Let's see. Can you get in my bag and get me a flathead and a small wrench? Yeah. Probably. Or a socket, I meant. Here's the sockets right here. All I need is a flathead. Give me a, what is that, 5/16? Let me try that. Might be the next one down. I don't know. Give me that stubby socket. It's not a 5/16.
It also is.
Well, then it's in the wrong spot. All right, I'll take it. Let me have it. You probably put it back wrong. No, one bigger. Give me that one. 5/3/8. I need a wrench to get on there. There it is. You'll tighten this sleeve down on the back of it. Let me see, I need a wrench. Do I have a 3/8 wrench right here? Yeah. Let me have it. It might be out, or it's this one. Is this it? Yeah. 3/8. You gotta tighten this up. Make sure it don't move. Perfect right there. And then we'll take this whole piece, slide it in here. Let's see. Might have to rotate it just a hair. Take that off for a second. Oh shit. Need that. One of them bolts fall out. Whoops. Let me just get the gears to fit. And then slide this housing on. Why is it not going in all the way? Alright. Let's see here. Why is this not going in right? Let me see here. Look in there. There's a flat head. Let's see, you gotta get past that gear. Teeth lining up. Might have to. We go on the front and do the hand crank until this lines up.
Yeah.
Here. Let's see here. Once that hand crank lines up, it'll spin. It'll go in here. Know what you're doing? Cranking it. I know which way. Just anyway. You gotta push it in. Spinning it. All right, hold up. Let me try something else. I gotta get the gear rotated around on this. Should be set, and then we take this, slide it over there, here. And it's still not right. Alright, well let me figure this out for a minute. I'll get back when it's in. Well, I forgot to record the last bit, but we got the starter in and that hydraulic switch, so now we gotta run to O'Reilly and get some antifreeze and some oil and probably some new gas in there, and we'll start it up in the next video. So you guys stay tuned, make sure to stay and watch for that. Make sure to like and subscribe. J Tons in the next video.